Hey
Ladies
guys.
and gentlemen,
Oh yeah.
clowns and horses, welcome back. Genders of all spectrums, welcome back to Psycholonials. Hell yeah.
Eh, eh, eh.
Who's ready for some PRANXIS?
By the way, do you want somebody else to be
Chapter
doing
1.
the one a new person's voice
Oh, you
so
can
you're
do it
not
if you
just
want.
talking back and forth? Holy
Yeah, because it's
fucking
probably
shit,
gonna happen
God's
more.
pissed.
I can do it, I suppose. Since
You know what? Yeah, Jolt doesn't have multiple roles.
mm-hmm.
Why not?
Sure.
It is going to be awkward if it's like, eh.
Last time, we found out that Jokioline canceled us.
She caught us saying the N-word. It's
It
truly
And we're being
never
tragic.
even.
oppressed for being gamers.
Oh, the sword is very close to the fucking. Is it
Oh
about to
It's not
yeah.
murder?
our sword.
But welcome to Chapter 7. It never even stood a chance.
Never stood a chance.
Oh!
Oh wow.
Oh, fast
Big
forward.
We didn't do anything about it for a month? Oh wait, she put the Supreme Hunk effects in her bio. Still only 16,000 posts. 1,600 posts.
They
I like
renamed the island.
I like
Wonderful.
her revolver.
Yeah.
The name's Ocelot.
I mean, we do know
Pretty
that she's
good.
into Snake and Metal Gear.
Pretty
Mhm.
good.
Yeah. After another month is swallowed into the dystopian 2020 abyss, the march toward social media supremacy continues unabated. Last week, you leapfrogged over Katy Perry. Today, you just slid past Miley Cyrus. Both accounts took 7 years to reach their marks, while yours only took 3 months to surpass them.
Yeah, it turns out killing people is a good way to get attention, actually.
Imagine that.
The woman you just eclipsed, Miley, has been outspokenly critical of law enforcement through her platform. But as far as you're aware, she's never personally ended the life of an officer, based, or given the orders to execute an entire precinct. Pathetic, really. Holy fuck.
Double based.
Yeah.
And it's the little touches like this which make all the difference when it comes to clawing your way to the top. It's a matter of commitment, you think. You've been catching a lot of bitches slipping lately, and rankings have served them notice. The rankings? I don't know. We got a haircut. Holy fuck. We are Revolver
We have
Ocelot.
we have
Awesome.
like a full body and arms for once.
Yeah, she's pretty lanky.
Yeah. Due to resuming control of your empire with your distinct personal touch, life here on the island has stabilized after a rocky start in the days following the evacuation. A few deft political maneuvers has brought stability to your stolen summer colony, but the same can't be said for the rest of the nation, and at this point many parts of the world as well. The U.S. is becoming increasingly fractured due to many localized Jubilite insurrections and a great number of police stations across the nation have fallen. Certain regions of America, which now represent unpoliced, demilitarized pockets of Jubilite-controlled territory, have gotten so large, Ring 3 categorized these parts of the map as Jubilite counties. That
I
is,
like the idea of them using electoral like district maps because like they're not necessarily representative of like a geography area.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is entire countries in the U.S. Where the majority of police stations have been commandeered, and the number of counties which qualify has been making everyone in the government extremely nervous. Uh, eh. Nervous enough to begin listening to certain demands you've been making for weeks. In recent days, hostilities in the country have finally started cooling off. This is because of negotiations you have just completed, which have resulted in a treaty between the Jubilite movement and the U.S. government. The treaty grants formal recognition of the island of Nantucket as a sovereign nation totally independent from the United States, which is now called Winsdefay. The mainland agrees to keep the power running and all naval blockades lifted so you can continue supplying the island with needed resources. In exchange, you've agreed to a non-aggression pact with the U.S. and have publicly called for a nationwide cessation of hostilities from your Jubilite militias. No more capturing police stations and no more expansion of Jubilite County territory. For now.
Yeah, like the U.S. would ever agree to an NAP with a clown uprising. Let's be real.
Especially not clowns. Also, I never realized this before, but apparently, like, clowns are, like, only scary in the U.S. Like, we're, like, the only country in the world that has, like, a fear of clowns.
Every other country in the world is
Viewers don't tell
incredibly
any of the other
attracted to them.
countries.
Yeah. Just shows how little they know.
Also, can a loyal fan make us a texture mod for Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes to replace Revolver Ocelot with what's Z
Yeah.
in her
The
Revolver
high
Ocelot
honk
cosplay?
effects.
We'll do that when we get to the game.
I would
in the-
appreciate that if
Metal Gear
one of you
25.
loyal fans could do that.
Yeah. Your movement has been seeping into the fabric of global politics as well. Certain nations have started showing signs of instability as the insurrections dominated by clowned up faces have swelled to enormous sizes around the world. While such volatility has stalled in the US due to your treaty, it's only been picking up in steam in the other nations. You've begun to lose track of what's happening where since there's so much to observe all at once, and you've had your hands full with domestic matters. But
Obama didn't
Obama's
put on the
angry.
paint. Very sad.
I'm very, very mad about this.
Damn, Post honestly kind of kills the clown look.
You know what? He does,
Not
though.
gonna lie.
Fucking Justin B. Okay, let's rank these here. Let's rank these. Hold up, I want to rank these.
Post
number
is
one's
definitely,
Post.
yeah, definitely number one.
I think
Zen
Rock
is
is a
two.
very close second.
He's pretty good, yeah.
Justin Bieber, very like bottom tier.
Yeah, I don't like.
Ariana's okay.
I mean, we have to put the turf queen herself at the bottom tier because she didn't even try.
Yeah.
Obama is at least channeling
He
the
looks
energy and anger that the clowns are feeling, so he has to go in the tier above.
Yeah.
He's beyond clown tier. He's ascended. Yeah.
If
says, "I don't
Obama
need
was
the
still in
pain."
office, he probably would just drone strike the clowns, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
In
I
general.
feel like most presidents would.
The weak Biden administration at it again.
You know, you'd think that since he studied under Obama, that he'd know better. But no.
He knew better.
He never showed Joe where the drone strike button was.
He said, haha, you mean the Chaos Emeralds?
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
He never gave Joe the Chaos Emeralds.
You mean this one? Yeah. I'm going to stop quoting that and continue with the video. I mean, we're continuing with the video right now, but I'm talking about the text here that is in front of me that I've still yet to read.
Mm-hmm.
But what hasn't gone unnoticed? Fucking got something to say? But what hasn't gone unnoticed to you is the broader fucking cultural phenomenon it's become in such a short period of time. Many celebrities are outwardly just identifying as Jubilites now. All feeling emboldened by the political strength of the movement and enticed by the fashionable statement it's become to clown up in solidarity with the rebellious spirit of your manifesto. Okay, so this is like kneeling at the anthem, basically. Okay. Fucking holy shit. Most of these people you could hardly give a fuck about, but you're flattered nonetheless. However, you were floored when Post Malone himself was hopping into your tent. He even got some new clownish face tattoos to mark his newfound dedication to your cause.
Yeah, this just straight up looks like something Post Malone would do.
Yeah,
Yeah. Most realistic part of the game.
You have no idea if you found out what a huge fan of his you are, but you think you'd die of embarrassment if you knew. Sometimes you wonder if Abby sent him a sneaky message behind your back to lure him into the fold. You'd fuck her if you found out she did that.
Oh.
Fuck her up, sorry.
Oh,
Damn.
unfortunate. Very sad.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it seems Abby has managed to use her newfound celebrity influence to climb the ladder to her own faves. She's now in contact with their leader, Namjoon, which she seems incapable of going more than 15 minutes without mentioning. And when you start getting wind of a decidedly familiar sounding movement picking up steam in South Korea with everybody's 7 favorite boys at the helm, you naturally assume Abby used her wiles to convert them to her cause. But to your surprise, Abby didn't have much to do with strong arming at all. Turns out you already had more in common than you'd thought. Apparently the boy band was curious about what all the commotion in America was really about, and Abby was more than happy to cut through the media play and walk them through it. She befriended Namjoon, and after many extensive dialects about justice and the perils of capitalism, it seems the boys were inspired to start a revolution on their own terms. According to what you're hearing on the news, they've already managed to take over their entire entertainment studio, completely ousting their previous ownership. And in their new position of political leverage, they're galvanizing the people of their own nation to stand up for positive social change. They seem to have an inordinately principled aversion to murder, which leaves you a bit pessimistic about the ultimate efficiency of their methods, but you'll let them play the game the way they want. For now. Indeed, it appears as if the global movement is What the fuck is that word? Fomenting?
Foment? Yeah, sure. It means something. Instigate or stir up. Or, in the archaic form, to bathe a part of the body in warm or medicated lotions.
I'm gonna say it's the latter. In the
Yeah, me
wake
too.
of the Jubilite uprising. Like in South Korea, parallel movements are cropping up across the world. Some of these insurrections are being waged explicitly in your name, while some are undoubtedly the unique product of the political conditions of those particular regions. Whatever banner they fly, the people of the world are rising in a tide. Meanwhile, it's finally time for another formal debriefing. It's been a full month since your last one, when you delegated control of our advanced PRANXIS to the rising star in your organization, Joculine. That's fucking Andrew Hussey. Hey. Fucking... I like the other guy there.
Yeah. Like,
like
Andrew...
Oh, yeah!
Andrew and Z are drawn like somewhat normal-ish people. Like, they're drawn more in like a regular humanoid form, minus like the head. But he's just like still a goblin.
Probably is a goblin. Oh wait, we actually
Andrew-
learned the names of these guys, didn't we? It's on like
Yeah,
the website.
we looked on the website. They have a list of all the
Genders,
characters.
The guy on the left looks like he has a drip jacket.
And
That's Andrew Hussey himself.
yeah, it's the
Good old
E-boy
D.
clown
Clussy.
aesthetic. But one thing that we noticed that we liked was like it would show them in their name and their like normal everyday person, and then their clown persona. And in some of them, their genders would change in clown form, which
Yeah.
I really liked.
Yeah.
Good attention to detail.
Persona.
Persona. Oh, man.
I'm only gay in the metaverse.
Yes. Once I put this mask on, I'm ready for anything. You can pound my ass.
That's just called
And it's
being
not
in the
gay
closet.
because you don't know what my face is.
That's just called being in the closet.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
Yeah. But you haven't been to a deep briefing since. As you didn't want to make a habit of those meetings. Too much ass kissing, too much micromanagement of stuff you can't be bothered with, and you've been way too busy with the high stakes diplomacy anyway. You just allowed her the slack to develop these projects on her own while you kept a close eye on her. And it looks like she's made the most of the slack. The roster of Ring 3 appears to have dramatically expanded under Joculine's administration. A whole lot of new clown faces here, but that's not too surprising. If there's one thing you've learned to never be surprised by, it's the unrelenting accrual of new clowns. More clowns than you could possibly ever know what to do with. So who's doing this?
I will be Joculine. Z! Exclamation point. What a pleasure it is to see you make an appearance at our headquarters. It's been too long since I've had the honor of briefing you in person, and may I just say, the diplomatic work you've been doing has been remarkable, comma, Z, period, smile.
That's what I'm gonna miss, is doing the smile.
Yeah.
Thanks. But you really should be referring to me as Supreme Hunk Effects.
Well, the power is getting to our heads, oh no.
Oh! Exclamation point. Yes, comma, ha ha ha! Exclamation point. I am S.O. Sorry. A slip of the tongue. Smile. It will never happen again. Now, may I lead you inside so I can begin with the briefing? My Advanced PRANXIS division has been making some INCREDIBLE strides lately.
Stupid. No, let's stay outside. Could use the fresh air. Just follow me and say whatever you want to say.
First, may I say, if it ever appears that I condescend to describe the tenets of the Advanced PRANXIS to their author, it is only for the purpose of fully elaborating on them for a wider audience. Such as this gallery of rogues here, who KNOWS, how well read these chucklefucks are on Jubilite theory. Am I... Oh, I guess I is just I. Even
Yeah. Yeah,
Good job.
You've been...
RADHT? Smile. I kid, of course. We're all friends here. We're all friends here. And we like to joke around. And they got both of them there.
I feel like right there she's just saying things that they should already know.
Mm-hmm. That's what's so good about this movement, don't you think? We keep things light and humorous, while other ideologies just get so STUFFY and SELF space IMPORTANT. Ha ha ha. Not us, though.
I get the feeling like that's going to change very soon.
Ellipses.
Nope.
I said ellipses.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, but we're just letting it roll for a bit, to really get the
really, really air it out, the awkwardness of the situation. Right. Just wanted to make it clear.
No.
We need to RP the awkwardness.
Right. Just wanted to make it clear that any OVER space EXPLAINING I may do is simply for the sake of providing a well-rounded presentation to all. Yes? That said, let's take it from the top. Advanced PRANXIS. I'm going to put reverb on that.
Please do. That would be great.
The more elite ranks of the Jubilite movement have already been introduced to these teachings. It's still being kept from the masses, at your discretion, of course, so as to not alert our targets to the methods too blatantly. But there will come a time when these ideas will permeate the global Jubilite movement to maximize their effect. Soon, I imagine. Smile. When it is clear, I've had to almost burp this whole time, but it's not come out, and it's been quite annoying. Anyways, when it is clear enough to the world that there is no turning back, and I would hazard that the recent work you have done, securing the sovereignty of New Whimsifay, puts us closer to that moment than ever. So, what is it we are doing? The core of these principles is quite... I regret taking this character, is quite simple. It relies on the premise that in order to destroy evil systems of overwhelming power, there is no tactic whatsoever that should be off the table. everything the bastards are capable of doing to advance their goals, we are capable of doing too. And we MUST. So, if the rich and powerful use their staggering wealth to entrench themselves in their positions of supremacy, then if we are also able to accumulate similar amounts of wealth, ellipses, which we HAVE, thanks to YOUR, brilliance, ellipses, smile.
Do you want to switch off?
Nah, I'm good. I was kidding. You've
Okay.
been narrating this whole fucking game. I'm not gonna complain about reading one character who goes on kind of long.
Damn straight.
Oh, I didn't even realize it changed. This means it isn't merely a good idea. Oh, sorry. This means it isn't merely a, quote, good idea, end quote, to use those levers to attack their power. It means we are OBLIGATED to use them. It is, in fact, the only way to defeat them. To abide more, quote, honorable, end quote, practices would be to cede advantages to them which are counterproductive to us, and WHOLLY, undeserved to them. And so, empowered thusly by our supreme honk effects, about a month ago, I went to work with various channels of the most resourceful Jubilites I could find, not to mention the ones with the least scruples about getting their hands dirty, smile.
Scruples just like a form of ruples?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good people, really. Trump quote. Good people. Some of them are good people, I assume.
They all get their scruples.
A dutiful ensemble of particularly salty clowns who just want to make the biggest difference possible, like me.
I love that sentence.
What a sentence.
Dutiful ensemble of particularly salty clowns. Yes.
So let's begin with an example of how we might use such levers. It's well known among the upper echelons of the organization that Secretary Apple Pie herself targeted her own parents in a bold initial implementation of PRANXIS.
The next logical step would be to have her decapitate them. ISIS style.
So now we are contacting the PMC company known as Radon.
Yes.
But the success of that approach, while phenomenally instrumental in jumpstarting this movement, fell far short of total success. We've managed to secure most of their assets.
You got like a fucking $1 billion. Like,
That's nothing. So, what other options exist? Well, one of the most direct tactics spelled out by the Supreme Honk Effects is to apply assets towards legitimate acquisitions. Are we going to buy McDonald's?
yes!
A relatively small financial firm handles all their money, and once you have billions of dollars in the bank, the question becomes, can't you just outright buy certain companies,
Hey!
take control of them, and begin to manipulate them to your advantage? Crazy thought. Why not? Billionaires and corporations everywhere do this all the time. Buy out competition or purchase smaller, inconvenient companies simply to strip or destroy them and take their patents. That's one of the most important things.
Part.
Or absorb smaller companies into bigger ones after retrofitting them to suit a new purpose. This can work, and we have had success with the approach in a few cases. We own several local businesses. The problem is that it's a bit slow and very much involves operating within the legal boundaries of a complex system, such as labor laws,
Yes.
in order to inflict damage on said system. There are much faster ways, and that's when things get more fun. Smile.
So, we launched an IBM missile at them.
Yes, Radon has provided us with an intercontinental ballistics missile.
Have you seen those videos where it's just like how to defend against like the ICBM
Yes.
gambit, like chess gambit? I'm just thinking of that right now. Also, I feel like Z is about to fucking like straight up death, like execution.
Yeah, she's got some.
Yeah, probably gonna shoot her in front of her.
She's got some real JoJo energy right now. Although, never mind, her body's not nearly contorted enough. As our Supreme Honk Effects rightly points out, why go to the expense of bother purchasing a company when you can simply Fuck. The expensive bothering of
You've already
PURCHASING, a company,
You already
when you can
missed one of them.
simply COMPROMISE. Many of the people who are ALREADY space RUNNING space IT exclamation question mark smile. It's so much faster, and it cuts through a lot of red tape.
I mean, you already missed one of those.
Welcome to the
before.
cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm gonna edit it out. They won't know.
Okay.
We're in the days of cyberpunk. We're going full on hostile takeover. Many of the people working in these financial firms are a bunch of spineless nerds. While used to HANDLING, the amount of money we're talking about, are not used to actually being PAID that much. This makes them highly susceptible to bribery, while their spinelessness makes them susceptible to attacks of intimidation and coercion.
Oh. That's... Sure.
And if you run into some guys who are afraid of the law, that's where the good exit package can help. Just dangle a few million in front of a greedy coward, along with plane tickets to somewhere in South America, some new identity papers, whatever it takes. And then you have someone who is suddenly very cooperative in helping you move a few billion in assets around.
Yeah, but by that logic, why don't they just fuck you over yourself?
Because Z has 2 revolvers.
Damn.
Max.
But sometimes, even all THAT isn't quite enough to get results. Sometimes, you have a couple of really tough customers who've been fleeced already, and they're already locked everything down. Such as the secretary's parents, for instance. With hard targets like that, there are certain tactics of last resort which can help move things along. If you catch my drift, smile.
Are we just going to hold guns to their head?
No. I never said that.
Ah.
I simply implied it. It was because of the implication.
That isn't your call to make.
Oh, yes. I know that. Smile. I wouldn't even DREAM of greenlighting such a play without your express approval first. Ha ha ha. I'm just saying, it's always on the table. For any of these depraved capital hoarding vultures. Not just her parents. I was just using them as a convenient example. Smile.
So why don't you tell me what's actually been done instead of explaining all my shit back to me?
Absolutely. I'll waste no more of your time, Supreme Honk-Effects. We can all see you must attend to geopolitical concerns of a higher magnitude than my modest little accounting report, so I shall cut STRAIGHT to the chase. Smile.
Don't say it.
Parentheses, my Lord and Savior.
Thank you.
First, I should mention I've been dividing acquisitions over the last month into 2 columns, hard assets and soft assets. Assets, of course, are anything of value. Cash, stocks, bonds, deeds to property, equity of any sort.
Like slaves.
Whoa. We
I
don't
don't know.
have those. They're just called indentured servants. Hard assets are now under direct control of the Jubilite organization, such as money in one of our bank accounts or property owned by one of our members and offered up to the organization. The total hard asset we are now valued at is well over 200 billion.
Damn.
I want you to deep fry that part, basically. There's the
What?
damn.
Damn?
Yeah.
Okay. Right? Not bad for a month of advanced PRANXIS. Tireless. Round the clock. CLOCK. PRANXIS. By yours truly. Mind you. Smile. But still a nice haul, if I say so myself. But it gets better. Soft assets I have defined as those technically not in our possession. Those are assets still controlled by outsiders who happen to be seriously COMPROMISED by us in some way. This means that in the event it becomes necessary, there is a high likelihood that assets could be transferred over to us. Naturally, it gets harder to get a concrete tally of those resources, but my estimate is that our global soft assets at about 1.5 trillion.
That's a lot of fucking money.
It sure is, Smile. It turns out it's a lot easier to move this kind of money around than you'd think, since there's barely any real footprint to our movement. I am on roller skates, after all.
Yes. How do you
If we
track
want-
somebody without feet?
It's true. If we want to quietly transfer stock from hedge fund into our portfolio, it's just assigned to one of our members, rather than a formal Jubilite entity that's easily traced. We also... Well, we're also counting occupied property as hard assets. That is, any empty house or building our forces have seized and which authorities have deemed too difficult to reclaim. For instance, we shall have armed Jubilite stations in THOUSANDS of empty summer homes in Martha's Vineyard alone, Smile. We're taking one out of the government's book. We're using eminent domain against them.
Damn, dude. I feel like you're getting better at this as it goes on. Just the spelling out letters and shit.
I am. I'm arguably getting faster than just saying them normally in the
Damn.
way I read the lines.
You're fucking spelling bee levels of action.
This is billions of dollars worth of property, not even to speak of its value of the entire island on which we stand. Such seizures have been taking place almost everywhere in the world. I must say, it makes accounting estimates difficult. Smile. However, I believe you will find my rough figures to be QUITE reliable.
And all these people you compromised to account for the $1 trillion in soft assets. Where are these people?
EVERYWHERE, smile, smile. I begin by targeting the most obvious pressure points of the American economy. Big investment firms, banks, and such.
Yeah, I feel like we have our hand very near our gun. Somebody's about to get a hole in their head.
But the more I begin delegating the generalized principles of advanced PRANXIS throughout my networks, the more our people begin to improvise and target many more entities. There are now thousands of Jubilite operatives working on this. They're squeezing marks in all the big companies. Bamazon, Dexon, Acebook, ellipses, a LOT of people in Acebook, actually including Zuckerberg himself, which I don't mind stating with a certain amount of pride. Smile.
You should mind.
I mean, he's a reptilian, anyways. It's no wonder.
Huh? Really?
Yes, he is really a reptilian. I know, it's quite surprising. Trust me, Supreme Honk Effect. We've got this guy by his lizard balls. Smile.
They took his charger. If
Nice.
they're like threatening not to give it back unless he helps them.
Sounds like that should come in handy.
Oh, believe me, it already has. It turns out, compromising the human resource infrastructure of just about any major corporation yields a wider range of benefits than just increasing the financial fluidity of our movement. Smile. Pull the strings on a social media giant. Controls narratives more easily. On an energy giant, influence global geopolitics to your advantage. Oh, an entertainment giant? Well, you can change a lot of hearts and minds that way, can't you? Unless... ...
What are you getting at here?
I've been quite pleased to see Secretary Apple Pie herself taking up the cause of advanced PRANXIS, totally unprompted and uninstructed. Also, without including me in the loop, or coordinating with my networks in any way.
Are you talking about Abby's K-pop shit?
Yes. Her excellent work with that Korean group, which is remarkably popular. Somehow, by utilizing the world-renowned status that she has achieved through your visionary work, she has convinced the band members to engage in PRANXIS and commandeer the entertainment company they are under contract with.
Yeah, I know about this.
This company made about $500 million in revenue last year, and yet, due to the way the secretary has gone about this, she has not compromised them in a way that will allow the organization to siphon any of the revenue away from the company. That's why it's so important for those engaging in advanced PRANXIS to stay connected with my network, to make sure we benefit from each operation. I understand that this is a pet project of hers because she admires the particular musicians.
Yeah, it was. I thought she was just fucking around. I'm amazed she got them to actually do it.
As am I, Smile. But nothing but respect for my secretary, Smile.
I don't think she compromised them, though. I think they're just doing their own thing. Like, taking control of their own shit and vibing with some of the same anti-imperialist stuff we do. I think Abby's just having fun helping them out is all.
Wait,
I said we were gonna learn about anti-imperialism today before we were started the recording, and there it is.
Wait, okay, so isn't imperialism just like spreading your influence through culture and shit?
Well, imperialism historically is like spreading your influence or your culture or your monetary systems to other lands. Not necessarily through culture. It can be done through force as well, such as like the UK or like, well, I guess the British Empire in India or in America or in Africa.
So wait, isn't
That would be
what this is just happening right now? Like imperialist?
yes, yes, that is what is happening. That's why she was talking about like anything that is on the table for them, we should also take advantage of. That's like their justification of being anti-imperialist while also being imperialist themselves.
I don't think that they thought. I feel like it didn't go that far. I feel like it's just. I don't know. Fuck do I know? She apparently took over like half a planet.
And there surely is no harm in having a bit of fun doing all this. That's what PRANXIS is all about, right? But I'd also wonder what the exact utility of establishing such a high-profile contacts with no intention of exploiting them.
Abby would never let us do that.
Precisely. Which is why I can't help but feel... ellipses.
What?
Well, considering her RANK and her influence and the example she, COULD, be setting, ellipses, I can't help... I have to burp again.
I could just pause the
I
recording.
can't help... No, I just muted. It was fine. I can't help but feel that as much as I love everything she has contributed to our movement, that perhaps she could be occupying her position... Oh, someone could be occupying her position who possibly contributes a little more for the movement.
Okay, so she's trying to move in.
Tangibly, I mean. In terms of improving the bottom line, someone who helps bring a strong financial return on all the advanced PRANXIS effort.
Oh, so she's just a brown noser. Okay.
You know? Smile, smile, smile.
I hope someone talks to their boss like that.
It's me. I do.
I'm going to hang on this for as awkwardly
You know,
as
wouldn't
I
it be
can.
cool if like a really hard worker deserved a raise? Smile, smile, smile. She's thinking.
That doesn't happen.
Well, yeah. I mean, you aren't wrong. The type of person you described would objectively be a better fit for the number 2 spot. I can't even argue with that.
Smile, 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 smile.
Everything you just said honestly sounds like fucking incredible. Really sensational work. In a month, you got more money you got more money coming in than I thought we'd get in like years. I guess that's what makes this such a shame.
What's a shame? Smile?
She's about to get fucking capped.
Please. Please do it.
T. Or I saw a T.
Oh shit, she is!
Yeah! Ocelot!
Revolver Ocelot. Awesome.
This gun is the best gun ever.
Pretty good.
Me when I watch Ocelot.
Pretty good.
Bro, Andrew Hussey was cooming as he made this fucking scene.
When he finished it, yeah.
Her head's just gonna explode.
Did we just drop the gun and now she's gonna kill us?
Oh,
That'd be awesome.
they're locked in their own gravitational orbit around each other.
What the fuck are you even doing?
This is
6
awesome.
shots. More than enough to kill anything that lives. She's still fucking going, and I love it.
And nobody's got a goddamn clue what's about to happen.
He just keeps teasing us with, like, when it could possibly end.
I'm ready for her to miss.
Yeah, shoots someone else.
Oh,
This
shit.
took a month because she was practicing this.
Holy fuck, she's dead as shit. I'm so happy with it. Oh my god, you're doing this as before
That's really
she...
fast.
She's speeding up. Yeah, dude. Every time she gets a kill, she gains haste.
Ooh, a bounce.
Yeah.
Sounds like metal. Take her roller skate.
Brownie face.
Fucking everybody.
Anime. Great shirt.
I like that. Anime. This guy's happy about it though.
Yeah, he's fucking in love.
He's like, wow, that was the hottest shit I've ever seen. Please kill me, Nick.
Traders get bullets.
Wait, her? I think I see Declassy over there.
So
I think
guess
this
you
is
must
my
have heard about what
favorite
happened today.
of
What?
her sprite.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too.
Of Z's sprite.
Abs.
Oh, there's Abby. Time
Abby.
to check. Time to check for more artwork,
There is.
shall we say. Oh, I'm glad you've already checked. Thank you.
I probably should have stopped the episode a while back. I'll just make this one long ass episode. Just for
No,
that
just put it
animation.
here because this is kind of a
alone.
next scene kind of deal. So
Yeah, this is
yeah.
it's a good place.
Yeah, you know what? I'll stop the episode here. We'll see you next time, viewers. Don't get fucking murked. Bye.